Imagine waking up one day and finding out that the way you communicate, everything from asking for a cup of coffee to discussing your deepest feelings about the latest season of your favorite show, has completely changed. You no longer have the luxury of words, facial expressions, or even emojis. Instead, all communication is now conducted through interpretive dance. Welcome to a parallel universe where humans can only express themselves with body movements, twirls, and dramatic gestures. No more texting, no more casual conversations at the coffee shop. It's all about the art of movement. At first you'd think it's a joke, right? But nope, it's real. The world is still the same in a lot of ways. People wake up, go to work, hang out with friends. But now, to get any point across, you've got to choreograph it. Let's say you want to ask someone how their day went. Instead of just saying, "Hey, how was your day?" you would have to perform a routine, maybe starting with a slow, thoughtful sway to show your empathy, followed by a sudden jump to represent the excitement of the day's events. You'd finish with a somber twirl to convey how tired you are. It's no longer about what you say, but how you move your body to make the conversation happen. And don't even think about doing something as simple as ordering a sandwich. A simple, "I'd like a turkey sandwich with pickles," would turn into a full-body performance. You'd enter the deli, give a sweeping gesture to show you're ready to order, and then slowly circle your arms in the air to depict the sandwich itself, working your way through each ingredient. You could even punctuate it with a dramatic dip or a high-flying leap to emphasize your love of pickles. The cashier, who would be trained in interpreting these dances, would then respond with their own routine, letting you know they've got your order or, God forbid, telling you that they're out of pickles with a sad, flailing motion. What's more, not only are you communicating through dance, but your emotional state is fully written into the choreography. If you're mad, you don't just snap at someone. Instead, you spin around in a wild, erratic sequence of movements that convey frustration. If you're in love, it's a slow, flowing waltz with gentle arm movements that radiate affection. It's all about the energy you exude through the fluidity of your motions. Picture a world where awkward silences are replaced with awkward pauses in dance. Imagine trying to say something deeply personal, but not being able to find the right choreography to express your feelings. How do you express sadness through a series of graceful pirouettes? It's all very much a trial and error process at first, but over time, you'd get better at reading body language and adapting your routine to match the conversation. Now think about the daily challenges. Social interactions become dramatically more complicated. Instead of small talk in elevators, you're now performing complex, unspoken routines. Going to a meeting? Forget about pulling out your laptop to go through a PowerPoint. Everyone gathers in a circle and performs their best moves to convey their thoughts, ideas, and projects. No one has time to talk, so everything is done through synchronized movement. Presenting a new idea might look like an intricate dance of leaping pirouettes and arm sweeps, while a critique might involve sharp, staccato moves that show precision but also leave a little sting. Getting a promotion? It's probably going to come in the form of a celebratory jazz hands routine from your boss, or perhaps an elegant, flowing pas de deux that signifies your success. But it doesn't stop there. The cultural and societal implications of living in a universe where dance is the primary language would be immense. For starters, schools would have entirely different curricula. Forget algebra or history lessons. Now it's all about dance theory and technique. Every student would be learning a combination of different dance styles, from ballet to hip-hop to contemporary dance, as they are all essential for understanding the different ways people communicate. A basic understanding of the choreography of daily life would be a requirement. And it wouldn't just be about how to dance, it'd be about interpreting dance. Imagine becoming fluent in jazz hands, able to understand a whole conversation without hearing a word, just by watching the rhythm, posture, and movements of the people around you. But what about the arts? Traditional forms of entertainment would have a huge evolution. Movies and television shows wouldn't rely on dialogue anymore. They'd be purely performance-based. Drama classes would be full of students learning how to act out entire stories with nothing but movement. Comedians would be on stage performing slapstick routines where their jokes are entirely based on their body's rhythm and gestures. Music would be completely different, too. Instead of just singing, people would be creating entire dance compositions to go along with their music. Concerts would be more like massive, synchronized dance performances. Imagine watching your favorite band perform not only through sound but through their whole bodies expressing the music in complex, coordinated dances that tell a story in every step. The real question is, how would technology evolve in a world where communication is based purely on movement? Texting? No more. Imagine a world where virtual communication happens through motion capture. You'd have devices that interpret your movements and send them to friends and family, so they can receive your messages in real-time dance performances. Imagine the invention of virtual dance stages, where people communicate over long distances by performing live, intricate routines with others from across the world. Social media wouldn't be about selfies, but about posting the most epic, jaw-dropping dance routines. Followers would scroll through endless clips of people performing their best mood dances to share the highs and lows of their lives. TikTok? More like twirl talk. And don't even get me started on dance challenges. But of course there are some downfalls to this society. Some people might have a harder time picking up the subtle nuances of certain styles. For example, if you're terrible at the waltz but need to express how excited you are to go to a concert, you're in for an awkward, disjointed dance that might leave others confused. If you're not physically fit or don't have great coordination, social life could get tricky. Suddenly, people with no rhythm or the wrong kind of body language might find themselves isolated or misunderstood in ways we can't even imagine. Accidents? Oh, they'd happen all the time. A wrong twist of the arm, a missed pirouette, or an unfortunate leap could result in disaster. Simple interactions could turn into full-on dance battles, just because someone misinterpreted a movement. But let's be real for a second. This world would also have some pretty hilarious moments. Imagine the confusion when a shy person tries to communicate, their awkward movements making everyone else awkward, but no one has the words to explain it. There would be moments of pure comedy as someone misinterprets a quick angry stomp as an invitation to dance, leading to the most uncomfortable dance-off ever. The word awkward wouldn't even exist in the traditional sense. It would just be the dance style reserved for social missteps. Ultimately, though, in a parallel universe where dance is the language of everything, our ability to communicate would take on a whole new level of depth and artistry. We wouldn't just say how we felt, we'd show it. Every interaction, every argument, every celebration would be a beautiful, and sometimes awkward, dance performance. So what would your signature dance move be? Would you be a graceful ballerina, a smooth hip-hop dancer, or a wild, expressive freeform artist? You never know. Your next conversation might just require a grand jeté to get your point across.